Your body is not helping you on your weight loss journey. Your body is trying to protect itself, right? You losing weight is stressful to your body. Hey YouTube, it's Will. Ready to bring you guys the weight loss journey that I've been working on. So I'll jump right into it. I started this because my doctor and my wife and my kids had all pointed out that Dad had gotten awfully soft and round around the edges and getting very much not healthy. So, I'll rip the curtain off for you guys. So when I last weighed in at my worst, I weighed 207.4 pounds. That is the heaviest I have ever weighed. For any of you who have been trying to guess my height, I am somewhere between 5'7" to 5'8" on a good day if I stand and do all my stretching exercises properly. So we'll say that I'm 5'7" and a half just for doing our math that we need to run today. We'll just cut the difference, right? So long story short, if we take those two numbers, then you guys can quickly figure out my body mass index. If you do that, throw it into a calculator on pretty much any website that does this for you, you will find out that if I am 5'7" and a half and I weigh 207.4 pounds, then my body mass index is 32. Okay, trigger warning here. That tells me I'm fat, okay? I don't know if that is a politically correct word that I can use or not, but it is triggering for me because it triggers my fat self that I need to stop being fat. That was never my goal. It was never something I set out to do. I'm not someone who's really concerned about my body and how people view it, but I can tell you when I can't wear my pants anymore, when I'm huffing and puffing going up a flight of stairs, when all of a sudden I'm the slow guy out trying to do ultimate frisbee or some other sport, like it gets to the point where I'm embarrassed for myself. That is not what I set out to do. I'm also someone who is very proud of being a dad, and I want to be around for my kids and I want to be there to support them. And let's be honest, if I continue to stay fat, I'm not going to be around forever. All those days and all those pounds are eventually going to start working against me. So BMI of 32. Okay, if we don't want to use the politically incorrect word, we'll use the scientific word. That means, according to the National Heart, Lung, and Body Institute, I am considered obese. A BMI of over, I'm checking my notes if you guys are looking, of over 30 means I am obese. So if you look up for the definition of obese, you'll see fatal, chronic, disease, lifelong, all these words that you never want associated with your own health, and not proud of it. Okay, so I wanted to begin this journey of trying to live a longer lifespan. So my first plan was I would out exercise my body, right? I would just exercise. I like to play ultimate frisbee. Excellent sport. If any of you guys have not gotten into it, will hopefully be in the Olympics one day. It's in those whatever probationary. Maybe we'll try it out in future Olympics. Hopefully we get to see it one day. But for right now, it's not in the Olympics. But it's an excellent sport. It's how I met my wife. It's how I made a lot of friends in college. It was my favorite thing that I did. So I thought, you know what? I will play ultimate frisbee. We also got a Peloton down in the basement, so I'll do some, not the biking stuff, I do the classes, right? I can do some yoga, some Pilates, some strength, some boxing, all kinds of different stuff. I'll do that, and I'll do that every day, and that way I will out earn my deficit so that I start losing weight. Okay, so I did that. I was working out, I would play ultimate frisbee Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I can't play the nights and weekends, with kids anymore. So I would do that, and then on days when I couldn't do that, I would do the Peloton for at least 30 minutes, if not an hour. Try to do weights and cardio to maximize everything. And what I quickly found out is that doesn't work. You can't out exercise your numbers. Looked around on YouTube, looked around at all these, weightlifters and bodybuilders and all this advice, and they all kind of come to the same conclusion that my doctor came to, that your nutrition is 80% what goes in your body, only 20% what you work off your body, right? It makes sense, right? Think about that example. Like, take your favorite snack. I'll choose Doritos. I have loved Doritos. I don't care what flavor it is. We don't have to get into a battle on what flavor. I love Doritos. And let's be honest, I can eat an entire bag if I'm sitting there, right? Not snack bag, actual bag, right? Bag of Doritos. I could eat the whole thing if I was sitting there. And I'm pretty sure if we look at the calories, I'll pop it up on the screen when I actually go research it. But I'm pretty sure that bag would be over 1,000 calories, right? Just sitting there, just mowing it down. And at the end of the day, I'm probably still hungry because my body didn't get all the nutrition that it needed. It just got a bunch of junk food. So I just put 1,000 calories in my body with no real effort, right? Now, if I want to go do my 30-minute workout or my hour-long workout to offset that, I'm only going to burn 100 calories, 200 calories in those workouts. That's a snack bar, right? That's a healthy granola bar is 100 calories. It's a pack of nuts is 100 calories. So what you put in your body has so much more to do than exercising. I mean, yes, if we're running marathons and if we're doing, strength and conditioning and we're in the gym for 4 or 5 hours, like, yeah, you can rack up some calories. But I have a full-time job. I have 3 kids at home. There is no 4 or 5 hour run that I'm going to go do, right? I have maybe an hour during the middle of the day to play Frisbee, and that's it. So exercise was not, it is don't get me wrong here. Exercise is an important tool in the toolbox of a healthy lifestyle, but it is not the sledgehammer that I'm looking for right now. I need something to really crack the ice, make a difference. I want to get below 200 pounds, right? That is goal number 1. I got to get below 200 pounds. I got to get back into the 100s. Does that get me out of the obesity level? Spoiler alert, no. At 199.8, I would still be in the obesity range, still over a BMI of 30. But you know what? I got to start somewhere, right? Can I just lose 7.4 pounds, get below 200, give myself a pat on the back? I know exercise isn't going to do it, so is counting calories going to do it? No. I'll go ahead and give you guys that one real fast, right? I downloaded several apps. The one that I liked the most was Foodvisor. I'll put a little icon up on the screen so you guys can see it. It's a great app. I mean, it does good. You can count everything you want to. I was looking at saturated fats. I was looking at sodium levels. I was looking at overall carbs. I was looking at doubling my protein according to some of these bodybuilders. I was looking at, obviously, the amount of calories, right? 2,100, 2,000, 1,900, whatever number you want to pick, right? Find that daily calorie intake. And what I found trying to follow that, I didn't enjoy counting the calories. It was so much work. It was so much effort. A lot of time I noticed I would just skip the food because I just didn't want to put in the calories. It's so much effort to have to go in there because you hit the barcode that enters it for you and it's never in the system. And so you got to put in all this stuff by yourself. And it's just so much work. I found myself either skipping food because I didn't want to do it, or it got to the point where, it was becoming so taxing, like, I don't have time to do this in the middle of also trying to feed 3 kids. So I would just take a picture of everything that I ate at my meal, and I would go in and I would try to put it in my journal that evening and find out, oh, guess what? You're over on calories, even though I was hoping I was going to have that late night snack before bed. I'm already over on calories by the time I add it all up. And so, long story short, I'll spare you a lot of the details. Counting calories was not working for me. It was so much of a chore. And I know that everyone will tell you in your weight loss journey is you have to find things that work for you. If it feels like a chore, you will eventually crash and burn, because life will get a little bit hard. You'll have some extra stress thrown at you. Work will come up, family drama, and it'll fall apart. So I will say, in the counting calorie journey, like, I found some things that worked, right? Like in the exercise, I remembered how much I loved playing ultimate frisbee. In the counting calories, I noticed things. I noticed that I could do better on my coffee creamer, right? I could go with a sugar-free coffee creamer that I like the taste of it just as much, but it saves me maybe 100, 120, 150 calories throughout the day, depending. I drink a lot of coffee, right? So all those different servings of coffee creamer, they start to add up. I noticed that if I would eat a bowl of grits, I'm from the South, I like grits. If I would eat a bowl of grits in the morning, that would save me probably 250 to 300 calories versus a bowl of cereal. Love cereal too, right? But if I ate that bowl of grits, it would save me a lot of calories. And so I remember that. I like grits, it saved me some calories, so I would go for that. I like pickles. Pickles is a net 0 calorie snack that you guys can have. Very high in sodium, so if you have sodium issues, you got to watch out for that. But I love pickles. I can down a jar of pickles, and they're not going to really hurt my calorie intake. And so I remember those things, and I've brought those things with me. Those things were not working, right? The calories were not working. The exercise was not working. So I started poking around and knowing that there's more to it. Your body has a metabolic rate. It will burn more calories, it will burn less calories based on how your body responds to your endocrine system, to your hormone levels, to your insulin levels. Started poking around on the internet, and I found a guy named Jason Fung. I'll make sure that I link him in the description below. And he spoke a lot about thinking about that equation: calories in minus calories out equals 0. Think about that like a mathematical formula. It has to follow mathematical principles. And knowing that, your body tries to follow that equation. Calories in minus calories out equals 0. So when I was doing all that extra exercise, I was burning calories, I was doing my thing, I was sweating. My body was telling me, oh, you're burning all these extra calories. You probably need more calories, because we got to make sure we maintain our status. Your body is trying to maintain your body weight. If it sees weight loss, it views that as a stress response. So that's something important to remember going into this. Your body is not helping you on your weight loss journey. Your body is trying to protect itself, right? You losing weight is stressful to your body. So you got to remember that. So you've got to push your body around. You've got to get it to break this mathematical equation. Calories in minus calories out equals 0. So we have to do something to move the needle. And what I found from listening to Dr. Jason Fung is he promotes intermittent fasting. And what intermittent fasting does, if you think about it, is it's a way of trying to adjust the thermostat of your body. Adjust the metabolic rate controls of your body by pushing around your insulin levels, right? When your insulin levels go way up because you have lots of sugars in your body, your insulin levels tell your body to stop burning fat because you're handling the sugar that is in your body. So your metabolic rate as far as burning fat starts to slow down. When your blood sugar levels go down, your insulin levels go down, and that will trigger your body to go into either pre-ketosis or ketosis, where you start actually burning fat, right? You're telling your body you're gonna have to pull from your fat reserves because you don't have glucose and blood sugar floating around in your body that you can pull energy from. And that needs to go on for a period of time, right? And so he does a much better job of explaining all the different math that is associated with it. But what I found is the one that makes the most sense, at least for me, is the 16-hour fast, 8-hour eat, okay? And you need to find a way that will work in your lifestyle, right? So when I looked at it, I remember kind of for a number of years before I had kids, I didn't eat breakfast. It was never really I love breakfast food, but I didn't wake up and eat breakfast. Usually I'd jump up and I'd get a cup of coffee, and I'd usually eat breakfast somewhere around like 10:30, kind of that mid-morning snack at work. That was really my breakfast when my body like woke up, if you want to think about it that way. So for me, it felt natural, like, oh, if I go to sleep, that's going to be a bunch of the hours. If I skip breakfast, that's going to be a bunch of the hours. So how can I get that 16 hours? And what I found that works for us is I get to have dinner with my kids, normal stuff. I eat whatever I want to eat. If we have dessert, if we have pizza night, whatever, and then we're done somewhere between 7 and 7:30. And that's it. That's when the fast starts. No midnight snacks. No, I eat my feelings because I've had a rough day. None of that. 7:30, whatever. When dinner's over, dinner's over. If we have dessert, that's fine. Have dessert. Enjoy dessert. Have 2 pieces of dessert. But when you're done, you're done. Go to bed. You're tacking on those hours, right? You wake up, no breakfast, which for me works. I know that does not work for a lot of people, but for me it works. I go on and on and on and on until about 11, 11:30, boom. Early lunch, go for it. Eat what you want to eat, right? And that's what I've been doing. And have I seen success on it? Yes. Yes, I have. That's obviously why we're talking about this, right? This is hopefully going to be a story of success. It has not always been easy. I'll talk more about the ups and downs, tips and tricks that I have for this intermittent fasting. But for goal number 1, did I get below 200 pounds? You're gonna have to watch the next episode. Thank you guys so much. Like, share, subscribe. I love you guys. This YouTube journey is so much fun. Take care. Bye.